I want to be a pilot. I want to be a princess.
I want to be a pro basketball player.
I want to make a difference. To make something awesome. To make mistakes and learn from them. I want to be accepted. To be loved.
My name is Brittany Harris. I am a licensed clinical social worker.
My name is Joe Harris. I am in human resources. Adoption was always on the table for us. We never necessarily knew when, we never knew, the full details, but it was an idea that we always kind of floated out there. And then once we said, okay, maybe it's time to start looking into it, that's when we came across the Salvation Army.
We are originally from New Jersey, and when we moved to Pennsylvania, we had plenty of space and plenty of resources, so we felt like it was something that we could maybe explore and offer. We were brand new to Pennsylvania, we did not know where we were, and so just a brief internet search and Salvation Army popped up.
It was a long process, and rightfully so. It started out with education, right? It included classroom group learning, it included individual interviews and trainings that we had to do, in-home inspections, I had to write an essay. Right? All in all, it took about 6 months from the time we initially had the info session to when we were finally approved and started interviewing for kids.
Nothing against any other agency, but like Salvation Army is the one agency where if they say something, it is 100% truthful. They are transparent, there's nothing behind closed doors. What you see is what you get, and they're just so gentle and kind and warm. I remember our caseworker came to our house one night and she was like, hey, here's some of the files you had requested. And I have this one and it actually hasn't hit the website yet, so nobody else has viewed it. I'm not sure if it's like kind of what you're thinking, but let me get your thoughts. And at that point we had read probably like 25 profiles. And we were getting a little discouraged because you just never know what to expect. It's nerve-wracking. And as soon as I read it, it was the only one where I cried. And I remember turning to him and being like, this is it. Like, this is perfect, they're perfect. And so we told our matching worker and we were scheduled for an interview, I think at the end of February of 2019. When we had our adoption day at the court, they ask you some general information and they read down a list of things that you promise to do. You promise to care for them permanently and be there for them even after they turn 18. But because of Mary's age, at the time she was 16, they actually required her to testify. And so they put her up there and they said, do you promise to care for your parents forever? Do you promise to be there for them? And she was just sobbing. We knew we were making that promise, but like to hear her on the stand and not even just saying it because she had to say it, but being like, yes, like I'm doing this was so special.
I think we've relied on each other more as a team, before, we've been together a long time and, we've been married for 11 years and we went from having no kids to an adolescent boy and a high school girl, right, with no experience as parents. So we really had to lean on each other.
It is 100% worth it. And again, there's so many different options. If you're concerned about permanency, start with respite. Respite, you go through the licensing process and you can specify if there's certain ages you're comfortable with or genders or length of time, and you're giving foster and adoptive parents that break.
There's so many what ifs, whether it be Salvation Army, whether it be whatever other agencies may offer the same assistance. Just get some information, just get it started. It's not a commitment to doing it. They're not gonna drop a kid off at your house, the next day. But just get information.
It doesn't require anybody special to do this. You just have to be willing to try.